Whether or not you can be in an open relationship, I'm going to answer that question in two parts. The first part is what you're actually asking. The second part is I'm going to share with you three things you want to consider before going into an open relationship and whether or not you can actually, for yourself, be in an actual open relationship and what that means for you and how you can practice an open relationship. So the first part is what you're actually asking. And I'm wondering, you're asking that question. I think you're asking that question if you have the ability to. And I'm telling you that there are hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands and thousands of people that are in happy, wonderful, open communication, open relationship. And there are hundreds and thousands of people that are in unhappy, open relationships. And I'm going to show you why that is and how you can prevent yourself from being in an unhappy and protect yourself from the minefield of open relationships and the things that can go wrong when you go into an open relationship. So if you're wondering if you can, I'm telling you 100% you absolutely can. You can be in a happy, harmonious, loving, and sexual relationship, open relationship. I believe I have the best relationships around. I have a wonderful, happy, open relationship with my beloved, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I couldn't have it any other way, and I believe she thinks the same way. The second part is the three things you want to consider before going into an open relationship and the things you want to prevent before you go into an open relationship. The number one thing is, have you considered for yourself whether or not you want an open relationship or a polyamorous relationship? Poly and amory. Poly means many and amory means love. So polyamory is many loves, many partners. Is that something you want? You want multiple partners. I've been a dating and relationships coach for over 14 plus years, and I have tried all sorts of relationship strategies, relationship management styles. And the type I have is an open relationship. An open relationship in the conventional sense is that I have one partner and I have many friends. Just like you and I have many friends, but we only truly have one best friend. And I like to say that if you're not in a relationship with your best friend, you're in the wrong relationship, because the same way you communicate with your best friend must be the same way you communicate with your beloved. So just like I have many friends, I have one best friend who is my partner and my best friend. And I have many friends, some of whom I find particularly yummy and sweet and loving and caring and affectionate. I will sleep with them, presuming they have the prerequisites I have when it comes to becoming one of my playmates or play partners. So have you considered for yourself, would you like an open or would you like a polyamorous relationship? No, I've tried polyamorous, multiple loves, and I assure you that you don't have as much time as you think. You don't have as much time as you think to pay attention to multiple people in the same levels, with the same energy, with the same sort of love. So that's not for me. And I want you to explore for yourself whether or not that's actually for you. I want you to consider your time and attention and how much that's worth and how much you can actually pay attention to your lovers. The second thing you want to consider is rules of engagement. What are the rules of engagement for you when it comes to health, when it comes to being able to communicate? Are you going to be able to communicate with open communication, or is it a don't ask, don't tell communication? Now, I want you to consider a lot of people consider open relationships as just being able to sleep with just about anybody you want, or sleep with more people because you get bored with somebody. The truth is, open relationship is based on open communication. The open part doesn't mean open door, open zipper, or open legs. The open part of open relationships means open communication, your ability to be able to communicate openly with your beloved without repercussion and without judgment. That is prerequisite, I believe. That is an ingredient for a tremendously happy and harmonious relationship. Are you going to be able and comfortable and confident to be able to communicate with your beloved openly? Whom you sleep with, how you interact with them, or are you going to keep things secret? Are you going to be in a don't ask, the rules of the gays in the military, don't ask, don't tell? I encourage you to be in an open communication relationship, because there is no chance for endurance for a relationship unless it's open. And the open part is being able to openly communicate about absolutely anything. I have no secrets with my beloved. She knows everything about me. I am a transparent communicator. Transparent as in Glasnost in German, which means completely transparently, nothing hidden. The second aspect, the second thing you want to consider before going into an open relationship is, can you handle jealousy? I want you to consider what jealousy actually is. Jealousy is not a primary emotion. Jealousy is a compound emotion of two emotions. Number one is that it's a fear of loss. And number two is that rage from feeling that fear of loss. That's what jealousy is. And jealousy is your ego screaming at you in your head, saying, if I gave my beloved the choice, she might not choose to return to me. So I've got to prevent that from happening. I've got to prevent her from having choice and make sure that her only choice is me. And so I've got to gild her. I've got to prevent her from doing things, prevent her from interacting with other people, prevent her from doing the things that she probably loves and enjoys with other people, because of she might not choose to return to me if she had other options. That's what jealousy is. Are you prepared for the communication that when your beloved tells you, I met this awesome person and I loved it, I love interacting with them and they are amazing, let me tell you about everything we did? Are you prepared for that communication? I encourage it. Not only do I encourage it, I insist upon it. I insist upon their communicating to me how they enjoy the other person and let me know what they like, and maybe I can try that for myself. The third thing I want you to consider is, do you appreciate what love is? Because you see, let's go back. Now, the other thing that I forgot to mention is the rules of engagement in a relationship. One of the rules of engagement is, before I go into love, is sexual health. What rules do you have in place to ensure your sexual health for you and your beloved? Is it going to be just completely open, just wild, going out there and having no rules with sexual health? And I want you to consider that while most people believe that open relationship is just being able to see anybody and everyone they'd like, that's not the truth. The truth is, it's about open communication. And part of that is considering sexual health. For myself, I don't sleep with anybody who couldn't procure and prove that they have 100% sexual health. So, with that said, the third thing you want to consider is, do you appreciate what love is? Love is wanting for your beloved's happiness, intrinsic to your own happiness. It's essential to you. Just like air is essential to your livelihood, to your being able to live, their happiness is air to you. Their happiness is essential to you. Just like your happiness is essential to you, you want more than anything else, you want your happiness. You want the same exact happiness for your beloved. That's what love is. And anything that prevents that is a demonstration of a lack of love, such as possessiveness and jealousy. So, have you considered those things? If you are able to have clarity over, do you want open or poly? Do you know the rules of engagement? Do you know whether or not it's open communication or don't ask, don't tell? Do you have rules in place to ensure sexual health for you and your beloved? Do you have the ability to communicate the arrangement of an open relationship and what has to be in place? The more clear you can communicate that, the better your relationship will always be, always. Can you handle jealousy? Do you appreciate what jealousy is? Do you appreciate what love is? If you appreciate those three things, you can consider those three things and the things that go along with those three things, you can be in an open relationship, and you've prevented yourself from the mines that most people encounter when going into open relationships. So if you like this video, click the like, click the thumbs up, comment